I want you to imagine something for a moment. Not with your eyes, but with your inner mind. Picture a world that is completely invisible to the naked eye, yet it controls every event, every result, and every breakthrough you will ever experience. That world is not somewhere in the clouds or buried in ancient texts. It is all around you right now. It is governed by invisible laws, and whether you understand them or not, they are working constantly, relentlessly, accurately. Most people go through life trying to fix outer results. They try to make more money. They chase better relationships. They work longer hours. They hustle, they grind, and yet they feel stuck. Frustrated, tired. Why? Because they are violating laws they don't even know exist. Let me tell you this straight. Success is not a game of luck. It is a game of law. And the most important law is the law of vibration. Everything in your life, your income, your self-image, your relationships, even your level of happiness is a reflection of your internal vibration. Vibration is the frequency you are operating on. It's the feeling you carry, the thoughts you consistently think, the images you plant in your subconscious. That vibration determines what you attract. You don't get what you want. You get what you are in harmony with. Now let's dig deeper, because what I'm about to tell you can completely transform your results, if you accept it. Your mind operates on two levels, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind is where your thinking happens. It's logical. It's where you gather information. But your subconscious, oh, that's the powerhouse. That's where paradigms live. Paradigms are mental programs, deep-seated belief systems that dictate how you act, feel, and react. And here's the kicker. Your paradigm controls 96 to 98%. That means if you don't change your paradigm, you will stay stuck. No matter how many books you read or goals you write down. You might be saying the right words consciously, but if your subconscious is rooted in fear, scarcity, and limitation, you will continue to sabotage your success without realizing it. Think about this. Have you ever set a big goal, gotten excited for a few days, then drifted back to your old habits? That wasn't the lack of discipline. That was your paradigm doing its job. Your paradigm wants to keep you where you are, because it's programmed for comfort, not growth. This is why most people live the same year 50 times and call it a life. But you're different. You wouldn't be listening to this if you weren't searching for something more. And let me tell you something, what you're seeking is also seeking you. That goal, that dream, that vision that's been whispering in your soul, it's not a fantasy. It's a preview of your potential. But to claim it, you have to shift your internal thermostat. Just like a thermostat controls the temperature in a room, your paradigm controls your result. If your financial thermostat is set at $50,000 a year, and you suddenly earn $100,000, you will find a way to lose the extra money or sabotage the growth. Why? Because you're not in vibration with that higher frequency. This is not theory, it's law. And when you begin to understand that everything is energy, when you begin to understand that thoughts become things, when you realize that the pictures you hold in your mind dictate the results you create, you become powerful beyond measure. You become a co-creator with the universe. But it all starts with awareness. You see, the law of attraction is not really about getting, it's about becoming. When you become the version of yourself that is in harmony with wealth, abundance, health, love, then and only then will those things begin to appear in your life with ease. You won't chase. You will attract. And here's the best part. You don't need to know how. You don't need to figure out every step. You just need to make the decision that you are no longer available for the old version of your life. Right now. Yes, right now. You can make a decision that changes your entire future. Most people never decide. They wait. They hesitate. They ask for opinions. They let fear run their mind. But decision is the gateway to transformation. Napoleon Hill said it best. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly, if ever. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often. So what will it be? Will you continue to repeat the same pattern? Will you step into the power you already possess? The power to reprogram your mind, to align with the invisible laws of the universe, and to design a life that reflects your highest self. There's more, much more. In part 2, we're going to go deeper into how fear blocks the creative process, how to overcome doubt, and how intuition is your direct line to infinite intelligence. But for now, sit with this one truth. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner vibration. Change the vibration and the world responds. Would you like me to continue with part 2 of this script? Fear is the enemy of progress. It is the silent killer of dreams, the invisible chain that holds back the masses. And yet, here's the truth most never come to grips with. Fear is not real. It is a product of your imagination, a mental construct fueled by the unknown. Fear only exists in the mind. It has no substance, no mass, no form. But it feels real, doesn't it? That's because the subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. If you hold an image of failure, of rejection, of loss, your body will react as if it's happening now. Fear is always tied to one thing: loss. Fear of losing money, fear of losing love, fear of losing respect. But the irony is this: by fearing loss, you create the very conditions to lose. You repel opportunities. You shrink your action. You broadcast the vibration of scarcity. And the law of attraction responds not to your wishes, but to your frequency. You must learn to stand in the face of fear and move anyway. That's what courage is. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action in spite of fear. When you take steps in faith, when you move toward your goal without needing all the answers, you begin to reprogram your paradigm. You start proving to your subconscious that fear is not in control. You are. Let me tell you a universal truth. Decisions shape destiny. Every major breakthrough, every quantum leap, every success story you admire, it began with a decision, a clear, definite, unwavering decision. Not a maybe, not a let's see, but a moment where someone stood up and said, "This is who I am, this is what I will do, and nothing will stop me." Now listen closely, because this is where most people go wrong. They wait to feel ready. They wait until the fear goes away. They wait for external signs. But decisions must come from the inside. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need perfect conditions. The universe responds to bold, committed energy. When you make a committed decision, unseen forces begin to move. Doors open, resources appear. People show up, but none of that happens until you decide. The greatest tragedy is not failure, it's indecision. It's the soul stuck in limbo, never moving forward, never fully committing. Every time you delay a decision, you send a signal to your subconscious that you're unsure, unworthy, or undeserving. That signal becomes your vibration, and your vibration dictates your results. So how do you begin deciding with power? You start by developing trust, not just in yourself, but in your inner guidance system. That system is called intuition. Intuition is the whisper of spirit. It's the inner knowing that speaks without words. It is never loud, never frantic. It is calm, clear, and certain. And everyone has it, but most people have silenced it. They've buried it under logic, doubt, noise, and fear. They've been trained to think only with their conscious mind, which is limited. But intuition connects to infinite intelligence. It knows the way. Here's something you must understand. Your best ideas, your biggest breakthroughs, your most aligned decisions will not come from logic. They will come from flashes of intuition, sudden ideas, nudges, hunches, feelings that this is right. When you act on intuition, you align with the creative flow of the universe. You move into harmony with a higher order of thinking. Napoleon Hill said it beautifully. Infinite intelligence will never reveal itself to the mind of the dabbler. That means you must be serious, intentional, devoted to growth. The more you study yourself, the more you understand your mind, the more you begin to recognize the voice of intuition and, more importantly, trust it. Now let's talk about something that separates the dreamers from the doers. Persistence. You can have a clear goal, a powerful decision, and even intuitive guidance. But without persistence, you will quit. The road to transformation is not paved in comfort. It's filled with resistance, setbacks, and challenges. That's not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's confirmation that you're doing something right. You are disrupting the old paradigm, and the old paradigm fights back. Persistence is not a trait you're born with. It's a muscle you develop. Every time you keep going when it would be easier to quit, you strengthen that muscle. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, vision over fear, purpose over comfort, you wire success into your nervous system. You become unstoppable not because of what you know, but because of what you refuse to give up on. The truth is, most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they quit too soon. They gave up when results didn't show up instantly. They doubted their decision. They let temporary failure define their self-worth. But listen to me carefully. Failure is never the end, unless you decide to make it so. It's just feedback. It's a redirection. It's the universe saying refine your approach, but stay the course. And when you persist long enough, something magical happens. You begin to believe, you start to feel worthy. You start to expect success. And that shift from hoping to expecting is the real secret. The person who expects success will always find a way. The one who doubts will find an excuse. You don't have to know how everything will unfold. You just have to know that it will unfold if you persist, if you decide, if you trust your intuition, and master the frequency you are operating on. In part 3, we're going to uncover how to build a wealth-conscious mindset, how your environment reflects your belief system, and how to turn vision into results using the same method that built every great fortune in history. But for now, remember this: you are not here to play small. You are here to master your reality. And the laws of the universe are not outside of you, they are within you. Align with them, and nothing will be impossible. Now let's go deeper into something most people never even think about: self-image. Your self-image is the silent architect behind every result you get in life. You can have the best business plan, the right opportunity, all the motivation in the world. But if your inner self-image doesn't match that success, it won't last. It can't. See, we do not get what we want. We get what we are, what we believe ourselves to be. Your self-image is a blueprint, and your results are built to match it. If you earn $50,000 a year, it's because your self-image is set to $50,000. You could want to earn $1 million. You could even work harder, longer, faster, but nothing will change until the internal thermostat changes. This is why so many people sabotage their progress. They might temporarily stretch beyond their self-image, lose weight, make more money, start a business, but they always snap back just like a rubber band. Not because they're weak, but because they're conditioned. You don't attract what you wish for. You attract what you believe you deserve. That's self-image. So, how do we change it? You change your self-image by changing the picture you hold of yourself on the screen of your mind. You must see yourself already in possession of the success you desire. And I don't mean positive thinking, I mean emotional identification. You feel it, you live it internally until it becomes your normal. That's how you create a new frequency. And when you consistently hold that new vibration, the universe has no choice. It must respond in kind. The law of vibration is always working. It is the primary law. Every thought you think emits a frequency. Every feeling you generate puts out a signal. And that signal attracts back circumstances that are a match. You are like a broadcasting tower, constantly sending out energy. The question is, what are you broadcasting? Are you vibrating lack, doubt, fear, insecurity? Or are you vibrating faith, abundance, certainty, and gratitude? This is why gratitude is so powerful. It instantly shifts your vibration. Gratitude says, I already have it. I already am it. It moves you from wanting into receiving. The person who walks in gratitude is always in harmony with abundance, and abundance flows to them effortlessly. That's not poetry. It's physics. Let's take a moment to talk about money. Money is a reward for service rendered. It's not good or bad, it's energy. And energy flows where it's welcomed. If you're uncomfortable talking about money, if you feel guilt about wanting more, if you subconsciously associate wealth with greed or corruption, you will repel it. You must come to love money for what it is, a means of expanding good, a reflection of the value you bring to the world. But here's the key. Money is attracted to the person who has already become wealthy in their mind. It starts internally. You must condition your mind to see money flowing easily and consistently. You must act like someone who is already successful. Not with arrogance, but with calm certainty. When you do this, you stop chasing money and start attracting it. And now we touch on one of the most misunderstood secrets. Environment. Your environment isn't just physical. It's mental. The people you listen to, the media you consume, the conversations you have, the thoughts you rehearse daily, all of it is shaping your consciousness. If your environment is filled with doubt, scarcity, gossip, and fear, it's only a matter of time before those seeds take root. You must become a gatekeeper of your mind. Guard it like gold. Surround yourself with ideas, people, and influences that elevate you. Invest in books that stretch your mind. Listen to content that inspires your spirit. Choose mentors, alive or passed on, who represent the future you desire. And most importantly, eliminate the toxic patterns and voices that pull you back into mediocrity. That's what I've always done. From the beginning, I studied people who were already living at the level I wanted to reach. I read their words. I modeled their beliefs. I took on their discipline because success leaves clues, and so does failure. If you're not consciously choosing your influences, your paradigm is choosing them for you. And once you've built that powerful inner environment, you must do one more thing. Act. Ideas are only seeds. Vision without action is fantasy. You've got to move your feet. You've got to take bold, aligned, persistent action every single day. Not frantic action, not scattered action, but inspired action. The kind that flows from clarity. The kind that feels expansive, not constricting. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait until you feel ready. You'll never feel fully ready to step into a new reality. The old paradigm will always scream, stay here, stay safe. But you're not here to stay safe. You're here to expand, to become more. And that only happens when you take action in the face of fear, uncertainty, and resistance. Now I'll say something that I believe with every fiber of my being. If you apply what you've heard in this message, not tomorrow, not next month, but now, you will never live the same way again. You'll walk taller. You'll speak with purpose. You'll think differently, feel differently, act differently, and your world will reflect it. Because when you change your mind, you change everything. So I invite you, no, I urge you, make the decision right now to live intentionally, to pursue mastery, to raise your standard, to reject average, to expect miracles, to become the person who doesn't just dream but does. You were born rich. It's time to claim it. And if you're serious about this journey, about mastering your paradigm, reprogramming your subconscious, and stepping into true wealth, I encourage you to follow this channel. We're not here to entertain. We're here to transform. Every video is crafted to shift your thinking, expand your belief, and fuel your results. So if this message resonated with you, subscribe now. Stay close. Because the next level of your life is calling, and we're answering it together.